They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the...
Texas Tech just landed a commitment from five-star wide receiver Micah Hudson, one of the most highly recruited wide receivers in the entire country and a consensus five-star. Hudson is the highest rated commit for Texas Tech in the internet era of recruiting. His commitment gives Joey McGuire and company in Lubbock a victory over schools like Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas A&M, and more.
First round of the dance. BYU looming next week. Jones to the end zone. The comeback, and there it is. Grabbed cleanly, Micah Hudson. Well, the sophomore from Temple, Texas, the first touchdown of the season. Rich Rodriguez actually interviewed for the head coaching job at Texas Tech at the turn of the century when it went to Mike Leach. Deep ball. And Texas Tech strikes again. The second touchdown reception for Micah Hudson today.
Yeah, it's a good night for dancing. It's a good night.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle the mesh with their offensive line. So far, it's looked pretty good.
Morton fires for the touchdown. Reggie Virgil. Immediate impact for the transfer from Miami of Ohio.
Just a simple token fake to the running back. All that's trying to do is hold your linebackers and safeties in the box. Because of the physicality that Dickey brings to the running game, that's just a one-on-one then. And Reggie Virgil, they mentioned he might be the fastest player on the roster.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right. And
ball games during the season in the fall to watch the ladies, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, go out there and make plays. So he's learning some things from those volleyball players, getting his hands up and knocking it down.
Daniels went up to the line. Now a play action. He's down. Jacob Rodriguez read it perfectly. Oh, man, what a gutsy call that Kansas eats.
And Jacob Rodriguez is right here on the edge. He's going to fire up the field as soon as the ball is snapped. They always say, hey, play your gap, but sometimes you got to go for the glory. And right there, Jacob Rodriguez did exactly that.
Why aren't you running that ball?
You should be. You should be.
It's too much, right? It's too much.
Sometimes, as coaches, we can get a little too cute.
that's what I make a lot of hay for a little pay.
So here comes Stone Harrington Jr. from Coffeyville, Texas. On the season, he's 2 for 2 with the long of 47 yards. Kicked that 47-yarder against Kent State in week 2. This one, folks, from 58 yards away.
I don't think he's got the leg. Utah should have somebody back under the goalposts. There's a good likelihood that this is short.
Good snap, clean hold. Take that, Joel Klatt.
Wow, what a kick. How about that?
Whoa.
Harrington's long was 47, like you said. They bring him in and he drills it. What a kick. Stones.
And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold. But if you lose, the devil gets your soul.
Offense, he's brought to Texas Tech.
Wide open is Dickey, read beautifully by the quarterback, Morton. Dickey is still going, inside the 30, inside the 10, all the way for a 69-yard touchdown.
Leftwich loving it. Just a beautiful read by Baron Morton that time.
Third down touchdown. There's going to be pressure here from Platt, pressure from Garner, and then nobody stays with Dickey out of the backfield, completely unidentified, and it's an excellent read and find from Baron Morton, and the rest is just Cameron Dickey in the open field, make the safety miss, heels to the field, and speed into the end zone.
Speaking of speed, look at Leftwich run. He was at Texas State the last couple of years. Prior to that, we mentioned Incarnate Word. He was watching
Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there.
Last week, so he hasn't had a lot of experience in actually getting rid of it. We'll now throw him in front of Jones AT&T Stadium, and that's a lot of pressure.
Morton fires, and that is a touchdown! Ball came out after Terrence Carter Jr. crossed the goal line. Back-to-back short fields and back-to-back touchdown passes by Morton.
Yeah, Morton's just going to rip a seam route right down the side there, and that is a touchdown. Really, whatever happens once you have possession of the ball, and one dimple of the football crosses the front edge of that white line, it is a touchdown. It doesn't matter what happens afterwards. The ball screener get there before you start to move. That makes your job substantially easier.
On 3rd and 2, Morton pulls the trigger. It's Carter! Touchdown! ×2!
I think the fan club bandwagon for Terrence Carter is going to get a little more crowded after these first 2 touchdowns. It's a really nice route, and Baron Morton, one of the things that I love when you watch him is just a bunch of different throwing angles. His feet are looking to the left, his arm is going to the right. He's got his hips set up to throw to the hash.
Without Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Oh, well, I love you, Kelly.
Some red and getting to the runner.
Not an easy chore either. Looking long again, Caleb Douglas.
I see your tackle for loss, and I raise you another downfield dime from veteran quarterback Baron Morton. Outstanding job, perfect placement, and a touchdown for the Red Raiders. Caleb Douglas has continued to evolve his game and come along in this.
Free as a breeze, not to mention the trees, whistling tunes at...
From the swag, Baron Morton out of uniform. Hammond throwing this time. Escaping. And Hammond showing off the wheels. The sea parts for Will Hammond. It's a touchdown.
You mentioned it, the sea parted for Will Hammond. This is just a little, all it is a scramble, and it's zone coverage. So everybody's eyes are on him, but they were spread so far, they didn't expect Will Hammond to have the wheels that he does. The safeties were split, it's middle open.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
Guys in the studio were making before they threw it back to us once the delay had come to an end. This is the best Texas Tech defense I've seen in the last 10+ years. And that pass is intercepted. Pollock comes away with the INT, and again, it was Murphy under pressure. Lots of pressure, and he put it in peril. And there's yet another pilfer for the Red Raiders.
Be needy, not greedy. You can see here Malik Murphy's under pressure. He starts to fall back, and it's almost just a prayer so the ball cannot reach outside. And a nice job of the corner, Brice Pollock, locking things down on the outside with the interception.
Out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi checks into the game for the first time. Murphy. He threw that one where he shouldn't have, and it's intercepted, taken out of the air by Brice Pollock again. That's his second of the day. Well, that just had, that was a Twilight Zone throw there. I don't know where that one came from.
I mean, they say defensive backs can't catch. And I say you need to pay attention, number 14 in red, Brice Pollock. He's having himself.
Well, I got me a fine wife, I got the old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Absolutely, Roy, and what a story he has had to get him to this point. A stud athlete across 4 sports in high school. Obviously, that took him into collegiate ball. He actually headed to Charlottesville, was a quarterback at the University of Virginia before deciding to enter the transfer portal. Told us, I just wanted to play football.
Do everything you can in that substitution pattern to slow things down.
Texas Tech, number 6.
First and goal from inside the 1. And you've got Dickey, you've got Willaims. Let's pick your poison. And an extra offensive lineman, tight end and Upshaw now on the field. Straight ahead and up the middle for the touchdown. And it was Rodriguez that snuck in there. Jacob Rodriguez, second touchdown of the season on offense. The stash package, they bring it in, and Rodriguez, as J-Rod finds another way into the end zone.
Well, they're trying to get him the Heisman Trophy, and they say that quarterbacks get Heisman, so they put Jacob Rodriguez, the former high school quarterback.
I'll admit that I'm a fool for you, because you're mine. I walk the line.
287. Wow. For Byron Hanspard that year against Baylor. Fake it to Dickey. Hammond on the run. He's got pay dirt and mud. Oh, thunder at the pylon. Touchdown. Sparks flying.
Oh my goodness. I just want you guys to listen to this. Listen to the thunder at the goal line. Lead with your pads, young man. Will Hammond's.
Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns.
Facial expression actually really represented the moment maybe better than anything.
Bachmeier tries to leap, but he just left right into the arms. He got slammed down by Wisniewski.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to jump up there and give the defense a chance to get an opportunity to take a shot like this. Wisniewski just lowers him, throws him down into the turf.
He is one of the better hitters you'll see in the safety position.
The quarterback made it easy for it to him there. Just jumped up into his arms.
So BYU, 2nd and 8, a long way from trying to cut into this lead.
God bless Texas with his own hand. Brought down angels from the promised land. Gave them a play.
The starting center, Sheridan Wilson, to seal on that last run. Here's Morton. Downfield strike and brought in by Eakin. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Coy Eakin, Cowboy Coy.
Well, that play was made possible by Jacoby Willaims picking up the blitz, gave Morton time to get this thing downfield to Eakin. Wow. Great job seeing it in, back shoulder. And the question is, did he get in?
Well, you hear the crowd reacting, and it looks clear as day that this is a magnificent touchdown by Coy Eakin. Tarleton State University here in Texas. So Coy Eakin grew up competing in rodeo, and boy, did he just rope himself a highlight there.
Well, we've seen Texas Tech get more and more aggressive throwing the ball. Remember the first drive, there's a lot of short throws, trying to get Morton into a rhythm, but these last couple drives now, they're taking opportunities downfield.
After review, it has been ruled a completed catch for a touchdown.
Well, going back to this again, it was a great throw and catch, but it's Jacoby Willaims getting the blitz pickup right here. Fantastic job getting Glasgow to the ground, and you saw Morton had to clutch it a couple times. And that gave him the opportunity to get...
You ain't met my Texas yet.
This linebacker room is legit for Texas Tech. We've talked a lot about Jacob Rodriguez, but Ben Roberts, a 3-year starter. John Curry plays that star like an additional linebacker on the field. They fly around and tackle so well.
Wigman to the air, and the pass is picked off by Rodriguez. And then he hurdles a Cougar and is still going. And finally brought down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, Connor Wigman never saw Jacob Rodriguez. He's going to be staring down the end cut, never sees Rodriguez. Eyes on the quarterback, feels it, steps right in front. And an excellent interception and quality yards after the catch. How about the athleticism? The former quarterback hurdling a Houston offensive player, getting nice yards after the interception.
Jacob's wife, Emma, member of the...
So 3rd down and 10 at the 15. Opening series for Tech. Empty backfield for the Bear. Morton underneath. Ball caught. Williams breaks it upfield with running room. Still on its feet. Williams bursts at speed. Williams gets a block. No flag. Can he get there? Cuts it inside. Still on the move. At the 11 he goes down. What a run. Jacoby Williams. Johnson with the saving tackle. That's a gain of 73.
Jacoby Williams had 100 yards receiving last week. He's becoming one of the best threats out of the backfield in all of college football as a receiver. Executed a pick play. Watch, you're going to have the tight end. He's going to come and block the man player that's trying to defend Jacoby Williams. So the question becomes, did he catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage or was he downfield? If he's downfield, then that is a pass interference. But if he did step back, which it looked like he might have stepped back right in your song.
If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band. That lead guitar is hot, but not...
And not allow him to extend the play. Beautiful job right there by the secondary.
Texas Tech has a top 10 pressure rate in the FBS, and they do it quite often by rushing 4. We'll see what they bring on a 3rd down and 11. It's a delayed blitz, and they get there, and Bailey finishes the deal. It was Height first, and Bailey, you said it off the top. They crashed in together, a loss of 15.
These two guys are a menace to the quarterback in the pocket, and you're going to see Romello Height comes from here. David Bailey is on the outside. Height standing around in that spinner look, comes off the right edge. Both of those guys to the same side. You got to be kidding me. The quarterback is running for his life, and when those two get their arms to him, easy, let him go make a play. They feel like Cam Pickett is much healthier now and running better, and you see it there.
Oh, good night. David Bailey in a heartbeat. He graduated from Stanford in under 4 years, and he runs like this.
I want you guys to watch how beautiful this spin move is by David Bailey. Upfield, whoop! Hit him with a spin cycle, and then made Jalen Daniels do a spin himself, Jason. 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. I've been really impressed because he's making the easy plays, but he's also making the special ones as well.
Daniels with a pump. He's going to roll to his right, and he is going to break free. He lost the ball. He crawls for it and picks it up at the 10-yard line.
Well, we said he's making the easy plays, but right here, David Bailey does a nice job wrapping him up, and that ball being in one hand. That's why we always say as a quarterback, keep two hands on the football when you're maneuvering around the pocket. Sometimes we get so confident and so willy-nilly with it that we can cause fumbles on our own. Good job of Jalen getting on it, but you certainly don't want to be stuck in 2nd and 25s on a routine basis.
They have one extra coach.
From 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by.
They love to run, and then if it's not there, then he can get out and get jiggy with it.
Certainly, he's got the ability. Like Chris Kleiman says, pre-snap to post-snap is where the improvement has grown the most for Avery Johnson. So if he sees something he likes, he has the ability to do that. He's backed up here. Here comes Height. Romello Height drags him down. Ball is free. It's a scoop and score for Curry. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Oh my goodness. Talk about primetime players, make primetime plays in primetime moments. Right there, Romello Height showing you exactly that. Can't wait to diagram that one for you guys after this extra point.
They just wear out offensive tackles. He and Bailey together, there is no, for Texas Tech, they got 20 points off turnovers today.
Unbelievable, and you're going to see Romello Height is here at the top of the screen, and he's going to get to the quarterback in a hurry.
Like that fast.
That fast. Gets around the tackle, gets to the quarterback as he tries to get out of the pocket, boom, goes for the ball because he knows he's got the sack. When you get the fumble and the forced fumble and the sack, they both count. And then, of course, John Curry right there. I want every defender to watch what this man does because it bothers me to my core when I see guys jump on the ball when they have an easy scoop and score opportunity. Trust your ball skills. You played baseball when you were younger. Scoop and score that bad boy and go get your touchdown.
See, you believe in other positions.
I do.
It's nice.
It's not just the quarterbacks out there.
I will say, though, like, people talk about Texas Tech and the transfers and the NIL deals and all these guys coming from different places. They have a bunch of guys who've stayed.
And it's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town.
Texas Tech, this is, I think, very close to a top 10 team, if not absolutely a top 10 team.
4th down and 23. Dampier just lets it fly and intercepted on the far side. Wow. Dominant effort today.
Holding number 55. Offense, penalties decline, result play, interception, 1st down, Texas Tech.
Jacob Rodriguez with that interception.
How fitting is that? The captain, Jacob Rodriguez, in front of his wife, Emma.
With one hand.
That's right. He said, listen,
baby, look at me.
I can fly too.
That's right. And I love the stash. There she is,
there
Emma.
She is. Emma, thank you for your service. Emma is an active duty Black Hawk helicopter pilot.
You can go and ask it. My life is a movie, but riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty.
That alone could blow this game open for him. For Kansas, you got to stop the parade, man. Tech's offense is having their way with every defense they face because they can run the ball. Stop the run, and then it's a honky-tonk protection type of day, guys. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rowdy. But when the music starts, you got to hold your ground. They got to protect their quarterback.
And that's the thing. The music starts fast. Cameron Dickey right down the zipper of the defense to strike up the band. 71 yards.
Cameron Dickey, Mr. Reliable as they call him, had a 70-yarder last week. This week, watch this double team right here and this double team right here between the tackle and the guard. And Cameron Dickey is going to take it right down the middle, and there's nobody home. This is what we like to call getting Dickey with it. We see you, Cameron.
Future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours.
Snapping right away. Davison again, probing against that defensive front and tackled at the line of scrimmage.
I tell you, if I'm Dan Lanning, I'd go for it here.
They've rolled the dice all day. Can they cash in right here? Sprint right, looking to the end zone. It is batted down. David Bailey does it again.
Well, Oregon's trying to move the pocket this way. David Bailey's just going to flow with them. He's not actually rushing upfield. He's just watching Dante Moore, and he does his best Katie George impersonation at the net playing volleyball at Louisville. He absolutely stuffs this thing, and the defense for Texas Tech again comes up on a massive fourth.
Good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown.
A good call, I think, to make sure that there's not targeting on this play.
But with that in mind, Baron Morton goes out of the game. Will Hammond back in. Hammond looks, throws. Oh, what a catch at the 45. Caleb Douglas does it again. Hammond off his back foot. Oh, beautiful throw and catch. Reggie Virgil got that foot down. Will Hammond, the freshman from Austin. Hammond uncorks again, same area, and it is caught around the 25. Hammond has done well. Quarterback run here. And he's got to get down. Whoa, what a move. Hurtling, breaks it back and then goes down.
There. Hammond on the designed quarterback draw, and he's getting away from the linebacker right there at the line of scrimmage. He was free. Virgil with a block. And then Hammond is able to get down once he crosses the 50.
First down and offers from Oregon, Penn State, among others. Hammond on the move. Oh, he whipped it in there. Down inside the 25. And he has found himself. First down at the 24. And wide open. Touchdown. Terrence Carter Jr. Willie the Whip does it again.
Well, they're going to fake the screen pass out to the outside. It looks like he's going to block, and then he takes off down the field. They do this as well as anybody in the country.
Great program in Champaign. Hammond, they throw it up top again. Now they're showing off. Touchdown, Reggie Virgil.
Will Hammond dropping absolute dimes right on top of the face mask of the wide receiver. I'm like, that's the note you take when the play is installed. All right, back shoulder, drop it right on the face mask on the field.
Willie the Whip, Will Hammond. He's got an arm on him, folks, and some touch as well.
And you lose your starting quarterback, but Will Hammond comes in, 2 touchdowns, he gets it done. How impressed were you?
Yeah, really impressed. And, Will had to do it last year at TCU, and we gave up a late lead, and then, he played in the bowl game. But the one thing that we see all the time is the standard's a standard. If you're going to wear the double T and you're going to step on this football field, you play at Red Raider speed.
What a standard.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Texas Tech spent, and are they ever reaping the dividends for the investment into this football program? A top 10 showdown, BYU undefeated and in. And look, they don't want the penalty for throwing the tortillas once the game starts, but that is not stopping them here, apparently, as they are bringing them in. The Scarlet and Black ready to go. One of the best defenses in the nation, explosive offense. The Mustache Crew is out in support of Raider Red, Jacob Rodriguez. And
by golly, welcome to West Texas. This is Lubbock, Texas. Thank you. This beautiful town have all come together for one thing, and that's a party for Raider! 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 And the power we're talking about is the ability to not sleep since Tuesday, which they've been camping out for this entire thing. They've been drinking, they've been partying, and they've been tossing these tortillas.
I think these are the best two teams in the Big 12, and they're playing here today. They may have to play again. But I think playing at home with this kind of energy in this stadium, I think Texas Tech's going to win it all the way.
Yeah, the energy in Lubbock is amazing. The football team's had a great year. I'm looking forward to the Red Raider defense showing the country what they've been doing all year. Jacob Rodriguez, get Heisman votes into them. We're going with the guns up and the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Okay, now Patrick Mahomes is obviously going to go down as a GOAT. Congratulations, you're 30 years old. You need to stop taking those damn hits. I think the reason why you enjoy doing that, though, is because you are a Texas Tech Red Raider. This kind of epitomizes being a tough football place. You got a high school football coach from the area, comes in here, revamps everything. You got alumni that played ball that want to dump their money back into everything in the organization. It's seemingly everything that is right about this current NIL transfer portal era is happening right here in Lubbock, Texas. But BYU, they're undefeated, Pat.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Undefeated, Pat.
Don't do it.
BYU's got a guy named Bear Bachmeier. He's 265 pounds. He's not scared of a damn thing. They got the exciting whites at quarterback. Parker, Rude Boy, Kingston, and Chase Roberts. The wide receivers are spectacular. Their defense, obviously, alongside Kalani, are hard-nosed. But you step foot in this town one time and you think to yourself, this is the football God's dream. This is God's country. This is the Texas Tech Red Raiders time. And I'm rolling with the Texas Tech Red Raiders in the biggest game in the history of BYU. Now, there is a pony that's about to hit this field. The name of said horse is Centennial Champion. What it leads is a group of men who represent an area of Texas that epitomizes loyalty, family, tradition, and football. Patrick Mahomes, you're an icon, brother. Lubbock, Texas, you are beautiful. And today, you're about to witness a game that's going to showcase the Big 12's best. And we got a masked rider.
That's beautiful. That's football. I've never seen it.
Jones AT&T Stadium. They're rigging for oil, and they think they struck a honey hole with this Texas Tech football team. Shout out to Buddy Beach, Cody Campbell, Patrick Mahomes. Have a great day of college football, beautiful people. We love you. Come on.
Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky.
If they win this game, game ball is coming for Hammond. Dickey keeps going. Outside. Sideline. Touchdown. Texas Tech. Cameron Dickey. 24 yards. Back breaker.
He's wrapped up by a couple of different Utah players, and he's able to wiggle out. Logan Fano right there. And then Nate Ritchie, number 6. Both have their hands on him, but he keeps his legs going. Spins out of it and runs for a touchdown.
Cameron Dickey is 5th rush by this, folks.
I mean, it looks like he's got nowhere to go. He's all wrapped up in it. Boom! There he is. He's out. He's making a move, and he's down the sideline for a touchdown. I am so impressed. Kyle Whittingham has got to be devastated over there because for the first time in a long time, he's seeing a team right now that has taken it to his team physically here late. Again, Gus, you know Tech has got to run the football there. And they were able to do so on that drive. Again,
What's your name, little girl? What's your name?
If you're going to pick one, maybe it's that one today. 3rd down and 2, probably 2-down territory here. Williams, a tailback. Gets around the edge. Big block from Carter. He'll cut it back. Williams is gone. Touchdown.
What a run by Jacoby Williams. And you're going to see Terrence Carter Jr. come out in front with the lead block. And watch how Williams hits Zason Rich right there as, hey, man, get out the way. I got a touchdown to score.
Got them in earlier. But another turnover for Texas Tech and this very opportunistic defense. Jacob Rodriguez's punch-out continues. Wisniewski, the recovery. Touchdown for Williams. Here come the Red Raiders again.
Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may.
There's just only so much you can do.
David Bailey rightly gets so much of the hype, but at every juncture along the way, this coaching staff was careful to make sure that Romello Height got his hype as well. Montez retreating. That one's batted. That one's picked. And we got action in Lubbock. Skylar Gill-Howard. A big man touchdown.
JB, I am levitating in this booth. Skylar Gill-Howard with the thick six. The big man rumbling, stumbling, bumbling into the end zone. We've heard about the leadership. We've seen the ability up front. But he gets a chance to show off the wheels on that play now. The concentration, the athleticism. Oh, I've never felt so alive.
Gill-Howard, a walk-on at Upper Iowa, a walk-on at Northern Illinois, now part of a decorated transfer portal class. Give the assist to Lee Hunter, give the assist to the big paw of A.J. Holmes Jr. Golick, take us the rest of the way home.
Looked it all the way in and never looked back. Did he create some space there? The burst on the back end, the ball security going into the end zone. Prior preparation prevents poor performance, and that man was ready for his moment when it came there. That'll fire up a sideline. To see large excellence on display like that, there's simply nothing better in this life.
55 yards officially. We talked a lot about Romello Height in that sequence too. You pointed it out earlier. Romello was quick to say that when Skylar talks, his
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say.
Oh, the Heisman Trophy candidate.
Look out. Here comes number 10, Jacob Rodriguez. And by the way, a little birdie let us know that he might be in the game. And if he does come in, look for him in the Wildcat. This is how you respond to Heisman hype. Rodriguez, touchdown. The Mount told us he was going to pick him up. 79 said, I'm going to pick him up. Good for that young man. His first career offensive touchdown. Now, listen, this is a young man. Just get it through the left upright. And let's go back to the touchdown. What a moment for Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, you absolutely got to love a teammate that understands the assignment. Cameron Dickey, he's run the football well, but guess what? He's got himself a Heisman candidate to his left. So he gets inside, boom, clears the way, and that's easy for the talented linebacker, Rodriguez.
I mean, untouched. And number 8, you're right, absolutely cleared the way. You know, this is a young man that in high school had better numbers than Jake.
Going down to high school, got a woman back in Abilene.
You know, 3 to 4 first downs per game with his legs, especially when you just really, you struggle up front. You're struggling on the outside. Your running back, your starting running back's not playing in this game. You definitely need Sam Jackson.
Handoff here as that one is taken away.
He takes it away, and he goes the distance for a touchdown.
We went on the field as the ball was stripped and returned for a touchdown.
Well, that changed things rather quickly. We were just talking yesterday afternoon with Shieldwood and Joey McGuire about Rodriguez and his ability when he gets in there and he wraps up and he's always searching for the football right there. It's just like stealing candy from a baby. It is Halloween weekend, right? Trick or treat?
Yes.
You know, many neighborhoods.
You see that number, 11 forced fumble. By the way, great mustache.
Fantastic mustache.
Okay, I mean,
like elite mustache.
I'm jealous. I can't grow one like that. But beyond that, this guy he just takes the ball away nonstop. He returned a fumble for a touchdown against Oklahoma State last year, and he returns a fumble for a touchdown here against Oklahoma State this year. And his wife is here
Emma
in attendance.
Is, by the way, the toughest member of the Rodriguez family, we are told.
A helicopter
yes.
pilot
Oh,
in the U.S. Army. She can't believe what just happened. And you know what? First of all, Emma, thank you for your service, for what you do for our country. And I'm so happy that you're here to be able to see that from what your husband just did. And also, we'd love to know, Emma, how do you feel about the stash?
Got a whole lot of Lubbock left in me. Now set sail to blaze a trail, chasing down a dream.
This is from the fireworks, the pyrotechnics of the third quarter break. This looks like a Western now. Saloon doors should open before the first play from scrimmage for Texas Tech. I don't know if they can play like this.
I don't
What do you
know.
got?
I don't know if they can play either, but it definitely looks like a good old Southern Plains standoff.
Where are tumbleweeds? You bring any tumbleweeds?
Keep going to it. It's giving him confidence, and it's helping this offense move the ball.
I think Joey McGuire gave a clue to Alexa in her interview, by the way. It was good work by Alexa. He said, we're running the ball well, like do it more. Like Dickey on the gas pedal in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. From 71 on the first play, 55 here.
Good golly, oh Molly. They're going to bring the backside tackle, Jacob Ponton, around, wash everyone else down, and then Cameron Dickey's doing what, Jason? He's getting Dickey with it. Gets right down the middle of the field once again. Talking about a guy that doesn't hit a lot of home run.
Now he's become Jack Bauer. You can't stop Cam Dickey. We're getting along of 24. See ya through the smoke.
I'm on hypnotic, polo on my body, got a bad girl beside me, and a friend right behind me, and I'm swag.
In the country, 34 points a game last year, and there he is, Shieldwood, now down to 13. That's 3 touchdown improvement. A lot of that has to do with some of the personnel, right? But also, I think the scheme, playing fast as a defense this year.
Moving around fast as a family. I said, do you have a home here maybe? And that defense getting after Bachmeier, who escapes and throws an interception. Picked off by Rodriguez, and J-Rod, as they call him, trying to make him a Heisman candidate around here. Makes a big play. The first takeaway by this defense today. Second overall for Tech. And there's Emma, his wife, going crazy, jumping up and down in the sunglasses.
She's fired up, and she should be. Let's take a peek at the AT&T connected clicker. Here he is right here. Just kind of reading the quarterback, the flow. You can see Bachmeier does a good job of keeping his play alive, but watch 10.
kind of reads the eyes, worried about the crosser, gets a hand on it, and then gets the bonus with the athletic ability, comes up with the interception. Bailey chasing him. How great is that? Your one All-American, Bailey's chasing him down. The other All-American, Rodriguez, able to come up with a big interception, and the big fella, Lee Hunter, chasing him out of the pocket.
Besides making tackles, he's a takeaway machine. That's his third pick.
I lived to see the day I'd say goodbye. I ain't crying, that's West Texas in my eye.
Thank you for joining us.
Texas Tech Athletics Director Kirby Hocutt is urging fans to please keep your tortillas at home because now it could cost the Red Raiders a win on the field. The conversation about tortillas reached a fever pitch during Texas Tech's win against Kansas earlier this month. Tech was penalized twice during that game for throwing objects on the field after opening kickoff and was later fined $25,000. During today's news conference, Hocutt put some of the blame on himself for inviting that into the Texas Tech culture, but says now it is up to Raider Nation to help keep the team make it to their goal. That's the Big 12 Conference Championship.
This whole team does. I mean, they got props. We have tortillas coming very soon, like now. And that opening kickoff will lead to Kansas touching it first.
Feeling low from the road, time to head back home. Nothing like a little bit of Lubbock to get me high.
Be determined. Lots to be determined right here. 3rd down and 4. Bachmeier with time. Oh, what an interception by Roberts! Point blank, stabbed it. Ben Roberts. Just the 5th interception thrown by Bachmeier this season, and Ben Roberts comes up big.
He looks like he was about to start rushing, and then he just stopped at the last second, watching Bear Bachmeier just floating to his left. This is an unbelievable job of timing the jump, batting it with his right hand, then making the catch and advancing the football. It's a defense with 27 takeaways coming into this game, 2nd best in college football. And Ben Roberts, a freshman All-America a year ago, comes up with a massive takeaway here.
That tender left ankle on Bear Bachmeier, the true freshman quarterback. Been fighting through the pain and now trying to fight back. Oh, ball is out! That whole thing just exploded. And Romello Height recovers it. It was A.J. Holmes who burst through and forced it.
Well, they're pulling their right guard, Safarchuk.
Covered by Texas Tech, 1st down.
Safarchuk's going to pull here at right guard, and that's the gap that A.J. Holmes is able to just shoot through. So quick and explosive out of his stance, and he just completely messes up the timing of the handoff or the fake handoff or whatever that was supposed to be. And now 2 critical takeaways for Texas Tech here in the 2nd half is just changing the complexion of this game.
If you want to know why Texas Tech is a national title contender, look.
And there, Hammond.
Bachmeier. It is intercepted again. Ben Roberts does it again.
Well, Ben Roberts just follows the eyes of Bear Bachmeier. He's trying to throw it down the middle of the field to JoJo Phillips. This was just too easy. The eyes come down here. He's just going to drop and takes him right to the football. The 2nd interception of the game. It's funny. Jacob Rodriguez comes in. He's got all the accolades. He should be a Heisman finalist. He's the Butkus Award winner. But the interior linebacker that's made the most plays in this one is big number 13, Ben Roberts.
It's 4th down and 4. Trailing by 17. from their own 37. Bachmeier, and it is denied by guess who? Ben Roberts. So 2 interceptions and a pass defended on 4th down for Ben Roberts.
Well, and that's lucky because Bear Bachmeier wasn't ready for this snap. He's looking out to his left. He's about to audible and give a hand signal. The snap hits him right in the gut. He's somehow able to still catch it, but now he's got to get his eyes set and looking downfield, and Ben Roberts was just robbing right in the middle. The eyes took him to the football again, and that was almost his 3rd interception of this game. The Stash crew doing what they do.
And do they ever have fun? There's Rob.
In dominant fashion on the road.
And he missed a couple games there. That is the lone loss at Arizona State without their starting quarterback. L.J. Martin. Remember, that's how ball is out again, and it just continues to roll downhill as Cofield comes up with it, and BYU is just having a disastrous second half with these turnovers.
Well, these turnovers are contagious, and they start piling up, and another one now for BYU. I think that was John Curry getting his hand in to knock that one free, and Cofield able to jump on it. This has just become a turnover fest for one of the best defenses in the country to take the football away.
The most improved defense in college football this year. Last year, they gave up nearly 35 points per game. Here they are, big-time players, and it's Joey McGuire who has brought the Red Raiders to the top of the mountain.
I was talking to him pregame on the field, and I said, just watching you guys on film, you can tell your players play hard, but they love playing for you. He said that's the kind of environment we're trying to foster here at Texas Tech. It's all about love. And you can just see that with the interactions all these players now are having with their emotional head coach.
They have done it. Let the party begin here at AT&T Stadium.
Chief Football and Competition Officer Scott Draper to present the Hell of a Good Trophy and title belt to the Edward Jones 2025 Big 12 Championship Most Outstanding Player. Would you like to do the honors?
Do it.
Ben Roberts! Coach McGuire, congratulations. It's the first Big 12 title for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Can you put into words what this moment means for you?
Well, before we do that, Raider! Raider! Let's go! Tell you, don't let the Red Raiders get hot.
She's quite an artsy lady. She gave birth to rock and roll. If you asked her where her heart's at, she'd tell you she got country in her soul. And you can hear them singing on Broadway or down in the depot. It goes to Buddy Holly, still alive and singing this song. Take me home where the air is dry and the cotton in the winter we grow knee high. I tell you, friend, I ain't seen a prettier sunset sky.